Oh my God. All right. I don't know. I'm just gonna ask you like questions and I'll start it and I'll introduce you. Um, Whatever. Let's just talk. All right.
Sounds good.
Hey there, everyone. This is Echo Wolf, and I wanted to interview her today. She's the founder of Women Leading Tech because her energy is contagious right now. And whenever I run into another human that's just like winning in business or life, I want to know what they did and how they did it so I can do something like that too. And I thought that just kind of like picking her brain a little bit and seeing how she's been able to create this rapid success would help everyone. So, welcome. Thanks for coming, Echo.
Thank you for having me.
So, let me tell the backstory real fast. I'm going to share my screen for a second because I think you guys need to see this post that Echo made. Okay. Here we are. It said, I just secured a spot to come and speak at a Women in Tech Women Enablement event for a software company that my husband used to work here in Arizona. The company is going through a buyout soon, so many people are going to be looking for new opportunities or to move around in the current company. I'm hoping to generate some leads and consulting opportunities with them as a result. And then you also said, I also had 2 new student enrollments, securing another tomorrow. It's been a great week. Okay, so basically that's 3 clients in a week in a business that you're like just starting, and you're also going somewhere in a leadership role to speak and share and possibly have a very nice consulting contract with this company, and then all the other introductions that come from working with that company. Like, this is all 1 week.
Yeah.
Oh, and you just had a baby,
Yes.
literally. How old is Danger now?
He is 6 weeks.
Okay, everybody. Echo was literally giving birth 6 weeks ago. And she has a newborn that's waking up. What's his sleep schedule right now?
Waking up a couple times a night,
Couple times a night.
cluster feeding during the day.
Oh, dear God. Cluster feeding as well. I've been through that.
Yeah.
That's like not easy. That's enough to just bring someone to their knees in tears, like lack of sleep, overwhelm. You also have a daughter. She's what, 2 or 3 now?
Two. Yeah.
A 2-year-old, right?
Yeah.
That's a
Toddler.
lot.
Yeah,
And you're in the process of working yourself out of a full-time job.
I am. Yeah. This is all happening during maternity leave with the goal of going back just for a short period of
Yeah.
time. And
This is incredible.
yeah, it's
I
been
just want
fantastic.
like the energy behind this.
Yes.
So, okay, we were talking earlier and you said last week sucked.
Oh my gosh. It was the
Can
worst.
we like be real and talk about this for a second? What happened last
Yes.
week?
So last week, my household was sick again. And
Mm.
I feel like it's been 3 months of being sick. I have two under two.
Yeah.
Kid can't go to daycare. So I'm home with crying, upset kids. I'm wanting to get work done, but I just cannot. And I've been working on my business for so long, and everything has just been sporadic that I like just had a meltdown. I was like, should I just throw in the towel now? Because I am just not having it. I felt like nothing was working. My personal life was just sitting and watching sick kids. My business was just something I couldn't put the time into last week because I had to take care of the littles.
Yeah.
And that was that. And I literally was considering just like putting a stop to everything. And I quickly realized I needed to snap out of it because at the end of the day, I want to be an entrepreneur and I want to help serve women in project management and in leadership roles. And that kind of brought me back to a better place. And like days later, I'm securing clients and opportunities.
That's nuts.
Yeah.
Have you calculated like sometimes I do this, like what is this week worth to your business money wise? Because like think about it. you could get a consulting contract with this company, or like even the introductions for it. 3 clients, that's done. So like a consulting contract with these companies, just this company alone, that could be 20,000, 30,000, 50,000. I don't know how big the company is, but obviously it goes way up from there. So like the potential
Absolutely.
for that, I mean, have you calculated like what kind of week you've just had?
I haven't.
Like think
No, but
about
it's
that.
so exciting.
I
Like,
don't know. I think about this sometimes because it's like, yes, I have like whatever, a great week with clients, right? So whatever you charge for your program times 3, like that's great, you know? But it also, like, what's the lifetime value of all this, right?
yeah,
If you sit down and think about even like the lifetime value of a client for you, it's not just this program that they enrolled in now, but like what comes afterwards, right? That's crazy.
absolutely. Yeah, it is. And I think I'd be smiling even bigger if that's possible if I sat down and actually looked at what that could be.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just like I think about these things, especially when right after I'm going through like a hard time, because I want to just sit down and be like, whoa, if I would have quit, first of all, number of lives impacted, right? Where are these people going to go? What are they going to do if I'm not here sharing my unique message in the way that I share it with whoever it resonates with? Like, that's millions of people right there that I'm just like, oh, sorry, go deal with it on your own because I quit.
Yeah,
You know, like I think of that. And then I also think of like what impact that has for my family. So if I'm not selling programs or if I'm not selling consulting, and I've like literally gone through these breakthroughs so many times. I can't even tell you how many times I've tried to quit. My husband like laughs at me because he always tells me he has to talk me off the ledge. I have tried to quit before I made any money. I have tried to quit like in the middle of just making like pennies. I've tried to quit after I actually made money. I've tried to quit after I've made millions and millions and millions of dollars.
it's an emotional journey.
I tried to quit in 2020. That was like my last big like ugly cry. Like, yeah. And I was like this close from being like 100% done. Not because there's no money to be made or whatever. It's just like sometimes it just, I don't know, it overwhelms me. And I'm sure other people
Absolutely.
too. You
And then you
know,
look back and you're like, I can't believe I let myself get there.
yeah. And then it's like you have a week like this, like literally, like this is the funny thing. If I'm having a down, I immediately know an up is coming. That's how it works. And then if I have an up, I know a down is coming too. Like I expect it, and then like the blow isn't so hard. I just know it because it's like
Yeah,
this ebb and flow kind of thing, right? So that's what I try to remember when I'm in those like ugly cry weeks, you know, where I'm like literally breaking down. I'm like, oh, next week is obviously going to be better because this always happens. And then it's like, even if I am feeling on the top, I know like, hey, there's going to be harder times ahead. But now look at how much stronger I am and how much more confident I am. So the next time I'm brought down to my knees, I can just be a little bit stronger in it.
yeah, 100%.
This is incredible. Thank you for sharing. And I just like, how did you do it though? I guess this is my last question for you. Like, how? How did you pick yourself back up? Because everybody, I don't know. Everyone's different and every time is different. So how did you do
Yeah.
it?
I think I knew that my desire to have my own business and the impact that I could make was stronger than the bad day that I was having. And
Yeah.
ultimately, I do have a family to provide for.
Yeah.
It is a goal of mine to be able to grow something that I'm proud of for my own self-fulfillment and for the lives that I could touch. So I
Yeah.
like snapped myself out of it. And I just kept talking about the work that I do. And it just
Yeah.
started to catch on with the people who follow me, with the people who know what I do, sending me referrals, my husband connecting me with
Yeah.
opportunities. And it just, that fuel of what I really wanted to do deep down, just it pushed me through that time.
So like details, us women like details over here. So you're
Yes.
literally like ugly crying, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you it's like, I don't know, when a toddler stops crying, it's like hysteria, like, and then they stop and it's like, like when they stop crying and then they're just like, and then there's like some silence, right? I go through this literally. And then what? So like,
I let myself just like have that day. Like after I calm
yeah,
myself down from my ugly crying, I was like, okay, today is just not my day, but tomorrow can be.
yeah,
So I'm just going to take it easy, and tomorrow I'm going to wake up
yeah,
and I'm going to like jump back into action.
yeah.
And that is exactly what I did. But I had to go through that process to get to that point.
And then like the next day when you jump back into action, what did you do? So you're like, I'm going to sit down and write a social media post, I'm going to write an email, or like I'm going to do everything. What did you do specifically?
I had First, I had followed up with some people who were supposed to reach out to me for some opportunities and they
That's
hadn't. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to reach out to you then.
yeah.
Like, I'm not going to wait around.
Hmm.
I'm going to put it out there and see what happens. And I started just communicating with my email list. And there were people who were like, this is the sign I've been looking for. Like, I've been following you for so long. And like, you said something that triggered. And like, let's get on the call. And we just talked and
Yeah.
helped them see their potential. And I followed up with some other leads of people who had reached out. And like, just all of a sudden, like I gained traction. And I think not just for the students joining my PMP program, but also the consulting opportunities. Like the one thing that had in common was I was continuing to just let people know what I was doing and how I could help and just continually adding value. And that got me the best response.
Thank you for sharing that because I feel like nobody ever shares those like tiny little details that help so much when you're like stuck and you're like, literally, I just don't know where to start. That's incredible. Yes, talk to people that you've been waiting on. Yes, but like sometimes we don't think about that, you know? Make the post, send the email, just the one little thing. And then it was just like, and then it happened so fast.
Yeah, it was like everybody, I felt like they were just waiting there for me to like,
That's the crazy thing. They actually are.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Like, how many things do you have in your life that you're like, you need to do or you want to do, but like something has to prompt you to get you to do it
absolutely. And like,
all the time?
that's what last week was
Yeah.
like, just took that action and there were people just waiting.
That's so awesome.
Crazy.
That is crazy. But that's why I wanted to share this because I think it's like, I don't know. It's really hard to be an entrepreneur, but it's such an incredible thing if you could understand the ebbs and flows of it. And you're clearly winning right now. And it's really inspiring. So just thank you for letting me sit here and interview
Yes.
you and just ask you all these crazy questions about like the specifics of how you pulled yourself up because I don't know. I think we just need to see more examples of this and real stories of like those moments. I feel like often we just see the highlight reel of everything where it's like, I'm an entrepreneur, I'm so successful. But yeah, like what comes before that? Like what happens the week before you get 3 high ticket clients and a big consulting opportunity? Like what happens before that? That's the thing that people forget to mention on social
Yeah.
media.
We're all
So
human. We go through it.
thank you for being willing to share that. And I know everyone's going to be like,
Of
well, how do I learn about Echo and what she does? So where can we find you?
You can check me out on womenleadingtech.com. And there's different ways to connect through a group that I meet with on a regular basis. It's absolutely free, and we just talk about project management and help uplift each other to become leaders in our field.
I love this. Thank you, Echo.
Thank you.
All right. We'll see you soon. Bye.
Bye.